gets his team to buy into team. He's got this special leadership quality. He did it in AU. When Bryce talks, his teammates listen. And that doesn't happen very often. And I think the La Cueva bunch that year, his fellow teammates just bought into it, that he was going to be the leader. He was going to be the man, and they all had to do their role.
One of the main events now is upon us. It's the boys' final. It pits the La Cueva Bears under their fine head coach Frank Castillo, riding a 10-game winning streak, coming off a 45-point effort yesterday by their superstar guard Bryce Alford, and an upstart number 9 seed, Trisco Heritage Jaguars.
The most spectacular performance as an individual that we watched him was in the Metro Championship that year. That was against the Trisco Heritage Academy, which had this incredible, super quick team. Coach Adrian Ortega, really coaches and makes great basketball teams, and so they were hot, and they were hot from the beginning of the season. They're going up against La Cueva, and they're going up against Bryce Alford's La Cueva team, and no slouch on the other side. Frank Castillo is the head coach for La Cueva Bears. He's pretty darn good coach too, with over 500 wins. So this was a great matchup between these two teams. Extremely quick-paced game. The Trisco Heritage team was not a physically very large team. A lot of guard play, but fast and guys that can get up above the rim.
Quick three ball from the left wing. That's a great start. Now Joe Brooks, 15 against Sandia yesterday, including 3 threes in the first half and 16 on Wednesday against El Dorado.
A little twist right there, La Cueva coming out, and what a pass by Alford to Clark.
Jordan Clark finishing. Alford looking to get teammates going early on.
Unbelievable game. Trisco Heritage knew he was going to be the man. They were going to double team him. They were going to do whatever. But what he did in that game, I think he had about 15 or 16 assists in that game. Just made big shots. And Trisco Heritage was really hot. I think they were the hottest team going in.
I thought he was a beast on both ends, rebounding, and there is a turnaround, fall away, 18-footer with 2 feet coming down behind the line. How do you defend that? Brooks wants another 3, and he answers right away. Joe Brooks with back-to-back triples, 6-4 at Trisco. Barella is a 5'10", 150-pound junior. He has just entered the game for La Cueva. There's an Alford 3 in the corner, and that was a beauty. Alford, that's just too tough. There is no way to defend that shot.
We watched him where he would be driving, and you knew he had the shot, but he had a player on his team that was open, and he would dish it to him at the last second. Now, some people go, why did he do that? And sometimes you could see that what he was doing is, it's not about me getting my points. I got to get everybody involved in the game. So he'd dish the ball off, and he'd start to build the confidence of his teammates, because he knew that as the game went on, that's what he wanted. He wanted somebody that was actually playing still with some confidence. He was going to need those points, because ultimately, teams would start to adjust, and they start to throw 2, sometimes even 3 guys on him. At that point, you got to know that you can dish the ball across.
Hit that shot when he's left free for the Jaguars. Alford going baseline. Oh, look at the lead for Cal Allen. Allen has 8. Alford's doing everything right now.
They've played a great game. They played us all the way to the end, and it was still close at the end. I mean, we had to pull it out. But there's a stretch there where in the third quarter, Bryce must have come down and hit, I don't know how many in a row, but I'll say 3 or 4 threes that were deep. And it kind of took the wind out of their sails for a moment in time there. That's what I remember about that game. I mean, he was just terrific.
LaCour's first basket. They were down by 10 just a moment ago. Step back 3 for Alford, and 1! Oh my! Waukee stepped in after LaCour went to the deck, and a chance for a 4-point play for the impeccable Bryce Alford. That's a basketball cycle. I love it. Alford, oh my, that's about 27 feet out. Goodness gracious.
The night before, he put up over 40 against Volcano Vista in the semifinals. Fantastic performance. I think he put up 40 in the quarterfinals before that. This time he even better. 36 points, 16 assists, 12 rebounds, a triple-double, and he made it look so smooth. I think he didn't have many points in the first quarter, and there was this moment that everyone will remember. He hits a three, goes down the other end, gets a steal, and he can go in for a layup, and he just pinpoint stop on a dime, top of the key, hits a triple. Timeout to Trisco Heritage.
Another 4 in the third for the remarkable Alford.
It's a 12-point lead for La Cueva just like that, and that's what he did. I mean, he could turn games like that with the three ball, and it's a special moment. And his 16 assists was something, for every three ball he had or every tough bucket, there was a dime to go with it. And it was one of those memories that everybody got to see. It was a show.
But last night was unbelievable performance playing on as the center.
A teardrop rolls in. Alford with 27.
I just thought that he was celebrating before it all happened too, so I knew that he.
Look at this turn. Make it home. That's old school right there. Use the square. Alford with 32.
He did things in that game that really showed us what a team player that he is. That was probably, and we'd seen some great passes from him before, but probably the single best pass I ever saw from him was in that game as he comes down, critical point in the game. They need a score to try and move ahead of Trisco Heritage, and not just to get ahead of them in points, but to stop the onslaught of what had happened. Trisco Heritage was starting to pound the points on, and the momentum was on their side. And he comes down, and he's got guys that are lining up on him, and he has to make a pinpoint pass that he made. Was a no-look pass. He looks to his right, and he fires a shot through, down low, hits one of his guys underneath, but it had to go past probably all 5 of the Trisco Heritage players to get there. But it was moving so quickly. His player was expecting it. There it was in his hand, up and in for 2, and you could just see the spirit of a Trisco Heritage drop. They came back and continued to battle because they're a great team too, but it's that kind of thing that if you can get your opponent's hands to drop down a little bit, that's when the knockout punch usually comes.
His team had fallen behind by 13. Alford again on the dime, and Clark at the rim. Going to work. Scoop. Finger roll. Alford with 34. Alford will handle the ball as long as he possibly can.
That's the strength of Alford. He's going to either get fouled or create something.
Absolutely incredible. Bryce Alford with 36 and a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
It's not very often that you get to witness a triple-double in a high school basketball game. That's the first thing that jumps out at you. Bryce and Cullen both were threats for a double-double almost every night that they played, but Bryce, his senior year, was right at the top of the scoring chart every night for La Cueva in all 3 categories. So we knew it could happen, and it did. That particular night, it was, you think about it, to go 30 plus and have a triple-double all on the same night, that's an unbelievable performance, and that's one of those that sticks with you for a long time.